Hello there, everybody. How you doing today? It's me yet again. Christians, you don't get to pick and choose or decide who Almighty God uses. I don't get to pick that. You don't get to pick that. You know, we seem to forget who Christ went to when picking his disciples. And there's a very good reason why he picked them. See, everybody knows, everybody says, oh yeah, Jesus was the son of a carpenter. Jesus was a carpenter. Now, when you get that picture in your mind today, you picture somebody from, I don't know, this old house, you know, the little apron, the tool belt, in there making a chair, making a bench, you know, planing down, sanding down the wood. Well, you need to do your little research, folks. The term carpenter in biblical times was not that. Jesus was basically a day laborer. He worked. He did everything that no one else wanted to do. You know, you needed a wall built, call up the carpenter. He'll come build the wall. You got a hole in your roof, call up the carpenter. He'll come fix it. You need to dig a well, call the carpenter. Call the carpenter. Call the carpenter. So Jesus, knew what it was like to end the day exhausted, physically exhausted. He knew what it meant to have the sun beating down on the back of his neck. He had calluses on his hands. He was probably a very physically fit individual because he did hard manual labor. So when Jesus went to pick his disciples, he didn't go to the Pharisees. He didn't go to the religious leaders. He didn't go to the government. He went to hard-working people. And notice who he went to. Fishermen. Probably the lowest of the low as far as jobs are concerned. Very hard. Dealing with salt water. Dealing with long nights, long days. Lots of physical activity. Why did he go to them? You ever wonder why? Here's why. They knew how to work, and they weren't afraid of work. Okay? Now, he didn't go to them because of their spiritual knowledge. He went to them because they were not afraid to do whatever needed to be done. They were not afraid of hard work. If it meant that they had to sit out in a boat all night, then that's what they did. If it meant that they had to sit out in a boat all day, that's what they did. If it meant that they had to clean the nets, fix their own nets, they did whatever they had to do to get the job done. Are you hearing me, Christian? Are you hearing me? We don't need a political solution. We need anyone. Anyone. God will use anyone that is willing to get the job done and do what is ever necessary to get the job done. Are you listening, Christian? Are you listening? You do not get to pick and choose. You do not get to pick and choose who God uses. God chooses who he uses. Do you understand? Do you understand? You don't get to pick that. I don't get to pick that. Almighty God gets to pick that. And he's looking for someone, anyone, who will do whatever needs to be done. Think about it, folks.